So you want to win MCA. First thing, first focus, is going to be being able to stay in a good guard, not that horribly exposed thing you were doing at Magna there. You're going to need a mirror, your sword, a wall that you can stab, a book, and a cell phone. It's not too much. The first, I asked you about how long you can hold your heavy sword out. The Napoleonic dragoons would stand there holding their big, heavy-ass cavalry sabers like this, just to kind of intimidate each other and as a competition, and also because it develops your ability to hold your sword extended out and guard, which is an essential part to being able to stand in guard. When you get tired, your arm falls back, and you start resting it here, or you let it just hang. And that pulls my defense from way the hell out here to here. And instead of being in front of my chest, some protection of my face, it is now protecting my balls. So I want to be able to hold it out here. MCA is a long-ass day of fighting. You're going to want to be able to hold it out there for a long-ass day of fighting. And at the end of the day, you still have to win. So you build up that ability. Start by standing like this. If you watch TV, watch TV. If you read, read. Take that link for the Gigante, the Gigante ebook that I sent you, download it onto your book, whatever it may be, and read it there. The most important bits of that book are the first 8 pages. It covers all the theory and most of the technique that you need. Read it, think about it, and read like a sentence. Think about the sentence. Think about its implications. Read the next sentence. Think about that sentence, its implications, just while holding your sword out. If it gets tired, if it burns, let it down. Give yourself 30 seconds. Do it again. Then, you're going to add standing in guard. You remember all the details of this, I'm sure, but we'll go over them. I want my feet shoulder width-ish, a foot length and a half apart. They need to be angled out. So my back foot is pointing behind me. My front foot is pointing at my opponent. Sit down. If I need to, I bend my knees more. And I want my weight over that back foot. Not here. Here. Even if when I'm doing Fabris, my weight is back. It's not here, because this is bad. Here, good. Hips are angled so my codpiece is pointing at the audience, not at my opponent. Get the hips level, and this is where the mirror comes in. You're going to set up like this. You're going to make sure that you are in fact like this. Your torso leans back, not forward. Back. We're going to start you with the back leaning guard, and once you can do this right, it's easier to fall into this. Pelvis tucked. Do your kegels. I try to keep my hips, my shoulders relatively level. Keep my offhand here. My sword out in front of me. So, the way I can tell that I'm in the right guard, I can see my shoulder. If I'm leaned forward, I can't see my shoulder. In guard, I can see my shoulder. I can see the pocket in my elbow. If I'm leaned forward, I can't see the pocket in my elbow. If my shoulder arm is back, I can't see that pocket in my elbow. I want to be able to see my shoulder, pocket in my elbow. This is me being in guard. I can see my toe, my front toe. I cannot see my whole foot. If my foot If I can see, most of the top of my foot, that means my front leg is locked. I need it to be relaxed, not locked out. I know my back leg is in the right position if my thigh is burning, which it is. So I stand like this. Extend the sword, hold it out there, read the book. Let it burn. It's not burning yet. I'm using my foil. I'm cheating. Relax it, shake it out, do it again. Then hold it in guard. If you can hold it extended, not locked, like go to where your elbow is locked, and then relax it just enough so that the thing holding it out are the muscles tensed up here. If you can hold it there, extended, you can hold it here all day. While you're looking at the mirror, make sure that your forearm is in a line all the way through. You do that. You set up in guard, checking yourself in the mirror. Do this. Come back to it. Say 5 reps of holding your sword out as long as you can, 30 seconds in between. All while standing in guard as long as you can. If you need to relax, relax out. Back into guard. And then you're going to sit there, stop reading, and think about how your body feels. And this is where you get into some nice yoga mindfulness, and some of that book of Martial Power talks about this. Feeling where the weight is on your feet, where the strain is in your leg and your knee. There shouldn't be any lateral strain. There shouldn't be too much patellar strain. Which muscles are tense, which muscles are relaxed. All the way up your body. From the toes to the points of your fingers, and even your head. And you're going to think about this. Think about how it feels. Then you're going to come out of guard. Shake it all off. Then you're going to close your eyes and assume guard. And then you're going to open your eyes and check it in the mirror. If it's wrong, fix it. Take a long time to think about how it feels. Shake it out. Close your eyes. Return to that guard, feel in the right position. Because this is something you have to be able to do instinctively during the fight, right? And you have to be able to do a good guard to do a bad guard that works. Like I said in my video analysis, if you're holding your sword down here to invite an attack, so it's a conscious choice to do a bad guard or to do an exposed guard, great, that's fine. But if you're standing here like this and you don't know it and you don't know why, you're going to get hit. I will hit you in the face. Like I did Corbin. So, weight back, hand in front of the chest, read. All this. Again, this is just building up body stamina to do this. You can do this watching TV, reading, whatever. So you can actually work it into time that you're already spending during the day, maybe, if you read not in bed. So that's the static work. Then you need your very own fencing strip, or a wall that you can stab. Let's see. So I have my spot on the wall. That's my target. I take guard. I check that I'm in guard. I check my shoulder, I check my elbow, I check my toe. And this all has to be consciously thought through. This all has to be mindful at this point so that it becomes second nature in 2 months. You're going to want to do this a lot. So I'm here. I need to be closer, actually. Okay. I have my spot. I extend at it. Just extend. Just extend and hit it. Going really slow. I'm trying to do this not in a pattern, in a rhythm. That's where your phone comes in. I'll send you the link for that app if I haven't already, or even if I have. You set it, it beeps. It tells you how much time, or it beeps at random, you go when it beeps. Good Lord. All right. You do that, and again, go slow and think about it. Think about which muscles have to work. Think about moving as few as possible, right? I don't want to punch out. If I can do it by just sort of pushing a little bit, that works. Then I have muscles free to save me if something goes wrong. Then you step back just a little bit, tiny little retreat. Add in the torso rotation. And then come back out of that. And think about expanding into the thrust, contracting back into guard. Arm comes back last. Okay, so I do that 10 times each, 10 times extension, 15 times extension. If you're feeling really ambitious, extend 25, add the torso rotation for 25, add the lean for 25. So I extend, I rotate, I lean. And it only has to be this much lean. Like I can now see the top of my foot. I don't need to be here. I do, and that's not, I do that, and it's not necessarily right. But here. And dropping my head down so that I am looking through my guard. I don't want to raise my hand up because that breaks that wrist, makes me weak. Drop my head down, looking through my guard. And then I recover. Pull back, rotate, back into guard. Okay. Then I take the step back, another step back. Now we're going to add in the step. Extend, rotate, lean, step. And go on to it. Now I am lunging. Very short lunge, but hey, have a short lunge that you can throw so you don't clobber your opponent. Then I recover. This breaks, I contract back into guard. And pay attention in your mirror that you are going down and forward, down and back. Not up. I don't want to jump. I just want to fall. Whee! Jenny's going to like that one. So I recover. Back, and then up into guard. Up at the end, not at the beginning. So now I've taken my short little lunge. I'm going to take a longer lunge. I retreat again. I extend. Rotate, lean, step. And go. And when you're doing the lean, since you're going very slow, keep an eye on the mirror. Make sure that your weight isn't shifting onto your front foot before you step, because you need to be able to do your step by just kicking. My thigh stays at the same angle to the ground, my foot comes up, and that makes me fall. That's it. Once you've done that, you're ambitious, so 25, 25, 25 extensions, 25 with rotation, 25 with the lean, 25 with the step, short step, 25 with the long step. Then you can add in 25 with power through the leg. Only through the leg. You don't need anything else. You don't want anything else. So, extend, lean, and this is pushing down on your heel. Once you're airborne, push down on your heel, go forward. And my hand came up because it does that when it hits. That's where it breaks with this weapon. Trying not to put my head behind it. Or trying not to raise it in front of my head, but it goes up. Shoulder stays down. Head goes to shoulder. That's the important thing. That is getting your body used to fencing. Next video will be footwork.